Hello, students. Uh, my name is Jaising Sajwan. I have just taken the slot one CAT paper. I'm comparing this paper with respect to the last year because I'm sure anyone who is going to write CAT must have idea about the last year CAT exam. The best part about the CAT is people say it is unpredictable exam, but it is quite predictable this time. VARC, as usual, I'm cozy code whenever it is forming a paper. The English is always on the hard side. The same thing happened this today as well. English level was little hard side. There were many questions which were based on inference. So you can say, in fact, there were two RCs which were little tougher than comparing to the last year RCs. But I think three of the RCs are still doable. Anyone can do those three RCs. Moreover, if you see the para jumble and para summary, those questions were not tough. They were actually very easy. So overall, talking about English, yes, the difficulty level has gone up. We already had discussion with many of the teachers as well as the student. I think anyone who has done 25 or 24 question attempted 24 questions with 80% or 85% of accuracy has high chance of getting more than 98 percentile. Along with that, if you look at the second section, which is LRDI section, I think this year they have only given two. It is only two DI set, and six of them are based on the logical reasoning set. The DI set was also, pretty easy comparing to the DI that we have seen in earlier CAT paper. So I think the DI was quite easy. One of the question was pretty very easy. In fact, comparing to all other papers, I think this was the easiest DI I have ever seen in my life. Then talking about the logical reasoning, I think it is quite easy to get five sets. A person can solve five sets, out of which it is expected that 15 to 16 questions should be correct. In that, you are certainly going to score more than 98 percentile. So out of, or if someone has done just 16 questions and all of them are correct, the chances of him getting 98 percentile will be really very high. Then coming to the third section, and again, there was a very interesting part about LRDI this time. Logical reasoning, as seen in the last or last to last year paper, many of the questions were incomplete. Incomplete means you have to imagine the value and then put their values. While in this case, almost all of the sets were easy to solve. You all of those values were fitted inside that. So that is the beauty of it. So LRDI, I would say, much easier comparing to the last year or last any of these years. For last 19 years, I have taken CAT. I would say it is one of the easiest LRDI I have seen. Talking about the third important thing here is quantitative aptitude. If you look at quant part, if you look at the quant part, you'll be finding that paper was little lengthier. Some of them are saying that the paper was much easier than last year. It's good that you are able to skip the questions which were lengthier, especially if you see the whole paper, you'll be finding most of the questions were from arithmetic background. So you'll find arithmetic questions were there, 3 to 4 questions in my morning slot were from the mensuration and geometry. There was no permutation combination. There was only one question from set theory, and the other part is this thing. Number system was also not there. So maximum questions were from arithmetic, followed by geometry, and algebra was also good in number. There was even a question which was based on arithmetic, this trigonometric part, where they wanted you to know what is the value of cos. So what is the range of the values of cos, that on the basis that you could have answered the question. So overall, if you ask me, the in quantitative section, I think it is easy for anyone who is expecting more than 95 percentile to get 18 to 20 correct. Anyone who has done 25 to 28 questions or 25 questions with a 80% of accuracy, with a 20-21 of the questions to be correct, I feel the chances of him getting a higher percentile, 98 percentile, is really very high. Even if you have solved 20 questions, 21 questions, and all of them are correct. See, usually we feel that the question that we have done are correct, but when we see the analysis, we sometimes we skip the options. So I think that is also a good thing. You can expect that if you have solved 22, 18, 22, 24 questions. It is quite possible that you will score more than 98, 99 percentile. Thank you.
बहुत बेहतरीन सर, मैं वही मोड ही करने लगा था सर, वो मैं पहले बहुत अच्छा